Hey guys, Generalkidd here. How's everyone doing today? So, for today's video, we are finally going to be exploring the never before explored front section of the Fort of the Dawn. So, as you know, during the epilogue of Halo 2, Master Chief and Arbiter got separated when the Fort of the Dawn got split in half when they were traveling through the portal back to Earth. And Chief got left behind in the rear half, but the front half, Arbiter made to Earth while still inside. But we only get to briefly see that front half. We don't get to see many details of it. Just that it briefly crashed and, well, Arbiter's in it, and that's about it. And, you know, as is tradition on the channel, we are going to be exploring it and then see if there's any secrets of the front half of the Fort of the Dawn, because this is something that few people have ever actually got to see before, and especially if you don't have any like modding capabilities or you never used the Halo 3 mod tools before. So this is definitely a rare opportunity. So here we are during the cutscene. Actually, like this whole area is one that it's like rarely ever explored because it's not used in game anywhere else except for this brief moment in the cutscene. But anyways, the Fort of the Dawn, if we take a look at the rear of it, it is actually quite detailed. So it's obviously just the front half of the Fort of the Dawn, but you would think that for an object that you don't get to see, you never get to see up close, and that is only used for like a couple seconds in a cutscene one time ever, you would think that Bungie would just simply like take the regular Fort of the Dawn and slice it in half, so that, you know, the back part of here, it'll just all just be flat textures, there'll be nothing, or it might just be a big hole in the back or something like that. But no, Bungie actually took the time to actually add, you know, textures for the damage, you know, detailed textures to show that, you know, the rear half is severely damaged. It's been like torn apart, it's been split in half and stuff like that, and it's been, you know, scorched a bit too. So, like I said, they could have just, you know, just cut it in half and just left it at that, leaving the back just like a plain flat texture or just an empty space. But they actually put a lot of attention to detail in this case, even for something that nobody will ever see in a cutscene at all. And, you know, I guess it shouldn't be too surprising. Bungie's always put quite a lot of attention to detail in their games. Like in ODST, if you remember, I did a video on that as well, but during that prepared drop cutscene, when you're dropping down, you see the in-amber clad catching up to the Covenant ship in a very far distance. Well, if you remember in the video, if you zoom it in really close, if you fly really close to the in-amber clad, it actually says in-amber clad on the ship, even though there's like no way anybody could ever see that, and they could have just reused a Fort of the Dawn model and nobody would ever notice. But Bungie actually took the time to make that change, just like here, where they actually took the time to make the rear of the ship have, like, you know, damage to it. But it also says Fort of the Dawn here as well, and I'm pretty sure that nowhere in the cutscene you'll be able to see that text either. So it's actually kind of surprising that it's that detailed. Now, as for the rest of this cutscene, this area, I mean, there's a few Marines just kind of like doing their own thing from a different perspective. You know, they're not even on the water, and some of them aren't even holding anything. Like that one Marine there, he had like a fake binocular, like invisible binocular in his hand. But you know, that, you know, I guess they kind of cut back on because you never get to see that detail up close. But the Fort of the Dawn, they actually made it quite detailed. So yeah, that's about it for the front half of the Fort of the Dawn. I don't think there's anything else that's special or unique about it, other than the fact that the rear of it is actually, you know, detailed enough to show that it's been damaged. But everything else in the cutscene, like the Marines and everything, they're kind of just, some of them are just like fake posed or something like that, like, you know, holding visible objects which you can't see from a distance anyways. So that's about it for this cutscene. Now, that's not the only thing that's here. This area, this whole BSP, this whole like ocean area, it's actually really huge, and there is other stuff out here than just the Fort of the Dawn and all the Marines and the Pelicans. So out in the distance, like really far in the distance actually, there is a little platform right out there, and it actually takes quite a while to fly there, even with a sped up camera. So I'm just going to speed up the video entirely here just to get there a lot faster, because it took quite a while to get there. And you can also see like how huge this ocean area is. Like it's nothing but ocean, but the actual playable area, the playable space, it is massive. And it would actually make a pretty interesting map, like a battle royale map or something, or some like massive, like more than 8v8 map for sure. If it's used for something else, it could have like sea battles or something like that. But the only thing out here aside from that ship and the cutscene is just a little gray untextured platform, and that's it. I don't know what it's used for. I don't think it's used for anything, but it is there. But yeah, so there you guys have it. That is probably one of the first looks we've ever had of the rear section of the front half of the For Until Dawn that Arbiter rides back to Earth. Hopefully you guys found this video to be interesting. If you did enjoy it, make sure to leave a like, leave thoughts in the comments, and those anything else you check out look into. And aside from that, make sure to subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you all next time. Bye guys!